Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Amazing Race recap.
Shazam!
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite episodes ever of The Amazing Race.
Last time, Ken and Tina came in last place, but it was a non-elimination leg.
So they gotta perform a little speed bump to stay in the race.
That nobody else has to.
That's right. So, we're in New Delhi, and we're staying in New Delhi.
But they're going to Deshbandher Apartments.
Yes. And they have to find Central Park.
Not the
Central Park.
Not the blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, alright.
Kelly and Christy are getting all horny and thinking
They're
about
like,
making out with
if
Andrew.
you had to make out with either Dan or Andrew, which one would you pick?
Moving along,
Yeah.
a roadblock, which is a task that one performs.
Yes, so they went to a Holi Festival, and this entails getting pelted with colored water and powder.
Wow. They have to search for an Amazing Race envelope after they go up this ladder, and there's a zillion envelopes, and there's only six ones that say Amazing Race.
There's 6 that say The Amazing Race, and then everything else is try again, try again.
Well, Starr and Nick were first, so Starr did it, and she did it pretty quick.
She did.
I don't think they realized that she was there right away, because she really didn't get that painted.
No. But Nick did.
Yeah,
he was standing on the sidelines.
Dallas got pretty covered in pink stuff, too.
Yeah.
And Kelly, she was the first one, I guess, who they really didn't like.
Well, she ran right in the middle of them. I mean,
she went through the paint gauntlet, and there was about 20 people just waiting to pelt her with stuff. I mean, she couldn't even breathe. She was so covered.
Kelly and Christy are so stupid.
As my mother would
I'm
say,
sorry.
they're stupid.
Yeah. They didn't understand the clue.
Yeah.
So she brought back
one envelope at a time.
Try again.
She just grabbed one and she's like, is this it?
No,
let me go back and get another one. Oh, Lord.
And then she wiped out, faceplant.
That really broke her confidence after she wiped out. She was like, I don't know, I can do this again. There's paint up my nose and...
So before Terence started, he asked Sarah, who's my girl?
You are. I mean, That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Dan, oh man, he just skipped through. It was no thing.
Yeah.
And Ken and Tina totally got smoked. She had green hair for the rest of the race.
She pushed someone too.
Yeah, she was like,
yeah.
So, after they complete the
roadblock,
thank you, they have to go to the Old Dehli Charity Birds Hospital. This was so sad.
It's for birds to get better.
I know. Some of them were stroking out. I don't know. I felt so bad for them.
So there were no socks or shoes allowed. And Terence, he was like, Sarah, go in that cage and move the food around and see if it's under there.
You know, I hate when people tell other people to do things.
Do it yourself, Terence.
Kind of like your sister.
I know.
Give the dogs water. They need it.
Yeah.
You're standing right there.
So they had to go through and look in the cages and see where the clue was.
Right. So they pretty much all found it right away.
So after that,
it's time for a detour.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it.
I know, I couldn't either.
So it was either bleary-eyed or teary-eyed.
Well, let me just say, everybody took bleary-eyed except for Terence and Sarah. Because they're going to be different.
For bleary-eyed, you had to go to the Department of Power and follow these power wires down the street, and there were these little tags hanging onto them. They were little, with numbers.
Like that big.
And you had to write them down.
Yeah.
And then you go to the seamster at the end of the street.
Was a genius.
I am in love with this guy.
That guy was one of the, he was like Groucho Marx. He looked like Groucho Marx. He was a dude with a sewing machine, and he was the snarkiest person in the entire world.
Yeah.
Keith Olbermann.
Look at somebody's paper, and if it was wrong, he'd be like...
Yeah, or he'd be like,
Yeah.
No.
I can't even, because it was just so awesome.
He didn't talk, and it was really cool.
Yeah. So then, teary-eyed, obviously the loser one of the two. You had to take 2 40-pound sacks of chili.
Use a mortar and pestle and grind it. Well, I've had some bad experiences with one chili in my life where it made my nose swell up to the size of an avocado.
Yeah, so obviously there's going to be some tears, and you're possibly going to get burnt.
Yeah.
For real.
For real. Because you could really get burned from that stuff.
They're
but
that hot.
First, we're going to talk about the speed bump for Ken and Tina before we talk about the little detour.
Yes. So they had to travel to this temple and do some community service.
That's right. They got to give out the holy water to the worshippers. Like hundreds of them.
Yeah. They moved through it pretty quick, though.
I think so. You know, they're always a little bit irreverent. Especially when they got out of the taxi and they were like moving stuff around and Tina's like, have a little respect, Ken. Yeah. I've got green hair here. All right.
So then Starr and Nick were the first ones doing the detour.
Right.
And they were trying to play it off like they didn't know anything when Dallas and Tony asked them.
I hate when they're sneaky like that. It's just bad karma.
So then they found a number when they were like right next to the other team. So they were like, let's work together.
So they did and it worked out all right.
Yeah.
Terence and Sarah, the chiles were choking him. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Dandrew and the divorcees.
Oh my
Both
God.
stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
They kept getting the numbers wrong because they were looking at the, as Phil would say, advertisements.
Yes. And I love that for
AKA
Phil.
advertisements.
Yes. And they were wrong at least 3 times. And the seamster was getting pretty pissed.
He was like, nope.
He was like... He really couldn't take Tina. He was like, back away. He pushed her away.
She was reading the numbers.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that.
No. You don't mess with the seamster. And Ken and Tina, they got through super bad. You know, they tried to make a deal with the divorcees. They were like, teacher, no.
Yeah. They didn't want to work together.
We might be in last place. Not going to happen.
So then the divorcees finally figured it out, and Team Superbad found out because Ken and Tina told them.
Right. So everybody's on the way to the pit stop right now, which is Humayan's tomb, which is mausoleums commemorating the past emperors.
Ooh.
I know. Pretty sacred stuff right there.
The guy that stands with Phil at the pit stop
was not standing with Phil.
He was doing his landscaping work.
Hey, he's probably like the caretaker.
I know, but it was cool, I'm saying.
He's freaking busy.
He was doing his watering, and then whenever a team would come over, he had to run next to Phil.
He was like, sir.
Welcome to India.
Okay, so in first place, you knew it, Nick and Starr.
Trip to Hawaii.
Nice.
I really want Tony and Dallas to get first.
I know.
They're like my favorite team.
I'm kind of pulling for them right now.
My favorite team.
It's like a son-mother thing.
Yeah, it is. So they were in second place, and then crazy Terence and Sarah were in third.
Then, fourth place, Ken and Tina.
Which means that they are not going to be eliminated this week.
Nice. Because I'm not ready to give up the evil eyebrows yet. So, it was pretty much neck and neck for fifth and last place. And
but, under the influence of McLovin...
That's right, Team
Dandrew
Superbad
pulled through!
Thank you. Fifth place. Last place, Kelly and Christy. Is it really hurt to be that dumb?
I think so.
They've been eliminated.
So next week, everyone is killing each other for the fast forward.
It's like Rat Race for the fast forward.
Yeah.
And Team Dandrew, you knew it was going to happen, kids. They turn on each other.
Who will be hit by a car?
I don't know.
If you've seen Superbad, you know what I'm talking about.
That's
right. Whenever they get in a fight,
somebody gets hit by a car. And it's usually the fat guy.
It's always the fat guy.
So watch out, Andrew. So kids, till Team Superbad next week. Much love.